Hey guys, welcome back. It's Scams Auto with another one. So today we have a ProMaster city van. They basically they're all the same basically. This one's a 2017, but it goes for 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, whatever. Anyway, so we're doing the front shocks today. I already did the one side already, just so I don't guide you guys wrong at all. One's already out on the floor. He's already brand new in there. First thing you want to do is when you want to do the shocks is you want to get them first. I always like to do, I don't ever just do like the strut, or people like just doing strut exchanges and keeping the spring or whatever. I just replace the whole thing all the time. That's what I always do. But anyway, so I got the new one right there from the AutoZone. First thing you want to do is jack your car up. Well, before you do that, you'd want to take off these 3 screws right here. They're just Phillips screws. You unscrew them. They have a little plastic clips that hold these into place. It just goes right through there. So they have a plastic clip that goes through here that holds it into there, just to hold this little flap into place. Same thing with over here. You just pop that out. I used this tool just to pop out the plastic grommet. Once you have that out, it's just basically to have enough space under here to reach into there. There's the bolts that you'd want to loosen there, and also over here on the other side. Whenever you do front shocks, you want to do both sides. You can't just do one, or it's not going to work out well for you. So first thing I did was I loosened those 3, there's only 3 bolts on the top, or nuts, and 3 on the other side. You want to use a 12 millimeter. I use this short extension with it on a ratchet. Put it on loose mode. You want to slide your hand inside of here and line them up on the bolt. And you just want to just loosen them, like hand loosen them basically, where they have some wiggle space, all 3 of them. And this one over here, I already did it. I'm just giving you guys an example here on what you want to do. 1, 2 back there, and then 3 over there. Come on, focus. Right there. That's what I use to do that. Next is you'd want to jack up your car. In my situation, I have a lift. So we're going to jack up the car. And we're going to take off the wheel. If you seen my other videos when I work on these things a lot, all you need to use to take out the wheel is a 17 millimeter, which I already have it on my impact, Milwaukee. Put that on loose mode and take off your 5 lug bolts. Once you got your lug bolts off, your plastic cover for them is off. Next, you want to take off the wheel. Try to do it with one hand. Got it. Wheels off. All right. Scams Auto. Wheels off. Next is, by the way, that's my boss up there. He watches me a lot. Next is you're going to want to remove out these rubbers right here that are all off of the old one, the old shock absorber. Also, this clip right here, you just basically push it up and out. Remember how you have this, because it has to go back on this exact same way so you don't rip any of your wires when you put it back together whenever you're turning. So we'll slide him out now, and then we're going to pull him off, let him hang over there, pull off this one. He's nice and loose. And then also back here, you don't want anything to get ripped in this situation. There's also this little pin thing here you want to push up and then pop this guy off. I used a what the hell is that? I use a small pry bar. I just lined them up into there and I sent them right back out. like that. You can just, whenever you go to put it back on, you can just bend that head right back over on the new one. And don't lose that. I think I might have. He's in here somewhere. Alright, I'm not going to bore you with that little pin. Alright, so I found the pin. Don't lose them. Next is you'd want to wiggle out this guy right here. Kind of take the two hands right there. You don't want to fuck up that. Alright, after you use two hands to wiggle him and pull him straight back out, he comes out nice and free. That's all free. That's all free. Another quick note, if you guys didn't already, I highly recommend it, is replacing your sway bar links in this time zone, because if yours is older, these already have been replaced already. If yours are older, sometimes it's a struggle to get that off and put it back on. So make sure you duly note that. In my situation, I'm about to take it off next. It's going to be very simple. This is a 18 millimeter, and I'm just going to take him right out. Like I said, mine was replaced before, so he came out smooth like butter. Put that to the side, because we're going to reuse this. Slide him out of there. There you go. Now, well, seems a little bit loose down there. I'll put that one in and out to fix that one. But now that we got him out of there, next is we're going to take off these two nuts off of this bolt, and that's going to be the bolt. The nuts are going to be the 18, and then the other side, the bolt itself, the bolt head is going to be a 19. So we're going to put a 19 onto there, the impact on this side with the 18, and let them out, and same thing with down there, let them out. Alright, next is you can kind of wiggle this whole assembly right here now, and you can actually slide that bolt out whenever you wiggle it. Try putting this flashlight up here for a second. I do it while trying to hold the camera. Yeah. I pushed it in, I wiggled it, and I pulled this guy out. So you push in on the rotor, and you're able to slide him out. Oh, like that. Put him over here with the important spot. Same thing with up here. Again, make sure none of your wires are in the way so they don't get snagged on anything. And also, whenever you take this one out and you put the new one in, make sure you have this wire wrapped the proper way around this. You don't want to have it going around the front of it, or you're going to have to redo the whole situation here. There we go. And then we're going to let him slide out. Nice and easy out of that thing. Important spot. There you go. Let him hang. And then all we're going to do is go up there and unhand screw those three little, what were they, 12 millimeter nuts. And then this is going to come right out. Let's go put the car down, and let's do so. So in my situation, I just lowered the car back down. You're probably on jack stands unless you got a lift and you're blessed as much as I am. So have it back down. We're going to go inside of this plastic shroud up here, and we're going to unscrew those three, those three nuts back here. 1, 2, and 3, and it's going to fall out on the bottom. I recommend you loosen up 2, take them off, and then hold the bottom part with your right hand, and then take off the other nut and then slide them out. So I'm going to do so right now. Alright, so until those 3 bolts, I gently sat them down because I wanted to show you guys this. So you can just slide them straight out on an angle. That's the old one. There's the new one. Putting in a new one. Come with new nuts already on it. You can take those off a while. I wanted to show you some of these. They have like these little lock tabs on the back of the new ones, but I like the old ones because they have locking in the side on the actual top of the threads. As compared to these, they don't. So you can use the new ones. I'm not knocking them. I'm just going to reuse the old ones because they fit right on there. Now in this situation, you'd want to line these three, slide it back up in there. Make sure you keep that wire the way that it is. You want to slide it right into there, up to the top. And you want to hand screw on one nut as fast as you can while you're holding that whole assembly up through those, when you put it through those holes from the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and do so right now. Alright, now that I have that slit up there and I started them up here, we're gonna put this on tight mode, and then we're gonna tighten these all three of those nuts down the most you can make it, because then once we put everything back together and we'll lower the car back down, you want to go over it again to make sure they're tight. So remember that. I'm going to go ahead and tighten those up now. We'll get back down to finishing up the bottom. Alright, next we got this guy into there. We're going to pick this up with our hands and line this back inside of this little area right here. And then we're going to slide a bolt through. And then also the other bolt through, so it lines up through here and through there. And then we're going to go to the nuts then. Alright, next. We got that back in just like that. Make sure none of those wires are pinched nowhere at all. We're going to get these back into there. Same thing with that one. Righty tighty. We got to put this guy back inside of here. There we go. Slide them forward. There we go. Get that one back onto there. Before I tighten that up, we can go ahead and slide this back into there. Wiggle it and push it on there. It kind of takes two hands. And put this down for just a second. There we go. And then back over to here. There we go. Oh, nope, we don't. I was trying to look through the camera to do it. I just pop right in by just pushing on. There we go. And then same thing right here. Got little cutouts that slides right into the little grooves. I gotta cut on my thumb, so it kind of hurts like hell. Excuse my language. Yeah. And then we got this one over here still that has to go into there. And then you loop it back through to here. And you got to clip them back on. Alright, so before we clip that one back in, let's tighten up these 19 on one side. The other side, we're going to impact that in with the 18. And then we're going to impact that one with the 18. Then we're going to impact that one with the 18. Alright, so now we're going to got everything back in there nice and tight, nice and tight, nice and tight. We're going to slide this guy back into here. Wiggle it and push him on there. Bing, bing. Bing, bang, bing, bang. Everything looks good. Back in that little X formation. Yep, yep. Don't forget about putting that little metal safety thing on here, a little spring thingy. You just slide them through here, and then you put them right over the top. Or you can do it the other way, same thing. I'll just do it the other way since you guys saw it that way. And then we'll just bend this little ear back down, the one that we bent out to get them off. Alright, now we can get the wheel back on, put back on the lug bolts through there, lower back down the car. Once you do the other side, lower back down the car and go up on the top, and then just Make sure those 3 nuts are tight and the other 3 nuts are tight. Then put back down the plastic shroud and put back in your 3 screws, your little plastic grommet, and you're good to go. Alright, if you have any questions about this job, just feel free to write me a comment. I'll try to respond back as fast and as best as I can. And thanks for viewing. Hope this helped you out. One other thing with the shocks, whenever you do put them on or do get them, they are labeled. One's for the left, one's for the right. They are differently designed because of how the sway bar link goes in. So just keep that in mind as well. Alright. Yeah, so if I did help you out, if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed my videos, period, feel free to drop a like and a subscribe. Drop some comments. Thank you. Guys, take care. Keep wrenching. Scams Auto.